Just like the sound. All right, good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome to the Best Around Podcast with your host, Big Chad. My co-host, Mr. G3 Finisher.
Yeah.
Tonight, episode number 9. We're on episode 9. Our topic of the night, make it make sense.
Please.
The topic is make it make sense.
Come on, America.
Because America, there's some bitch assness going on around America. There's some bitch assness going on. If I hurt
faking.
some faking. If I hurt your feelings, like I always say, fuck your feelings because I don't give a damn about you or your feelings. Fuck your feelings. Feelings are like assholes. Everybody got one. But when you wanna show your ass because you so called on working 9 to 5, but you drawing disability, you still working for massa. You gotta depend on massa to have your money in your account every month. So when you want to throw shots, throw shots. But when you bring in a thing that's called family, when you want to try to bring family into it, yeah, you take it to a different level. So if this hits you in the throat or take the breath out of you, fuck you and your feelings. It must be meant for you to hear this shit tonight.
Because I know one thing I was taught, Chad, when I was growing up. My dad always says, "A hit dog will holler." If it's for you, it's for you. If it's not for you, then hey, keep kicking. What they say back in the day, if the shoe fit,
wear that motherfucker.
That ball all day, every day, 3 times on Sunday.
If it don't fit you, then motherfucker don't put it on and don't wear it.
That ball.
If it don't fit you, don't part your motherfucking lips to say a fucking thing about what's going on in this topic. Because I'm the one. I'm the one tonight. I'm
Tell
the
them
one
why
tonight,
it's
America.
so serious.
I'm the one tonight,
so you telling me that there's people out there right now, Chad, that are faking the funk.
That's being straight bitches.
Two-faced
bitches.
I mean, I think what? Too Short said it, and Sugar Free said it. A bitch is a bitch, whether they're broke or rich.
All day long.
You know what I mean? If you have a negative attitude, if you just a low frequency person, then that's just who you are. And again, like me, I'm Mr. G3, the co-host of the Best Around podcast. We're doing this thing right now from different parts of the United States. We letting you guys know that we're here for your voice. But the attitude comes with it. We get that. The negativity comes with it. The two-facedness comes with it. The backstabbing and the talking about you behind your back comes with it. But is that really needed? Can we all make it make sense? Topic of the day. Make it make sense. Please, somebody. What is it with the American people that anger, chaos, confusion, negativity, and violence makes their day, but peace, love, unity, and community is a thing of the past?
Because they want it to be about them.
If it's not about them,
if it's not about them, then it's a mess.
Wow.
Because you always want to be the first to show up at attention.
So is that like most people call it what? Selfless or selfish?
That's just being a straight bitch.
Well, call it like it is.
That's just being.
But wait, hold on. We got to look up what is the definition of a bitch. Like, let's look it up. So to make sure we get the right terminology in this bitch, a
Yeah.
female dog, wolf, fox, or otter
There you go.
formally express displeasure, grumble, the bitch about everything. They bitch
Okay.
about everything. They
There you
grumble.
go.
They're depressed and displeased. So the person that is walking through life upset at everything, displeased about their life, seems to try to turn their displeasure on other people. Is that what you're saying? That makes them a bitch?
Yep.
I mean, the definition does state that. I mean, but make it make sense. Why would you want to be in a state of disarray, a mindset of low frequency, and then an overall a clusterfuck of bullshit? Like, make it make sense.
Make it make sense.
What what is snapping or not firing in your mind that is saying bring somebody down to your level because you're not moving correctly, but you're missing a couple cylinders. Something ain't firing right. But you want to bring somebody down to your level rather than speak to somebody about what's going on to you so they can help you actually get to where they are. Make it make sense.
Or if you have a dislike or a sour taste in your mouth about somebody,
Yeah.
just go to that person.
Wait.
Go to that person. Have a meaningful adult conversation, and see if you can come to a mutual understanding about your feelings, and maybe y'all can come to some kind of common ground to coexist in the same organization, same room, whatever. See if you can come to some mutual ground to coexist.
So you say nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with disagreements and debates, but there's definitely wrong with something with chaos and backstabbing and being a total bitch inside of an organization where you're trying to make change. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
But instead
what about that subject up of make it make sense? Like what is the main focus on make it make sense?
There was something came up something came up in the room, and it was something was said, but
disagreement of sorts.
Disagreement of sorts.
Okay.
Pretty much. But instead of the individual reaching out and saying, "Hey, this is what's going on. This is what I'm feeling. This is how I feel." Instead of coming out and doing it that way, this said, "Bitch," had to
testicular fortitude,
the ovarian fortitude. had to little bit of ovarian fortitude to want to part her fingers. To be a keyboard warrior and want to send out.
But you know that's the new day and age. That's the new thing.
You know what? I don't look.
People,
you know what?
People can literally hide behind their computers.
I don't give it
actually get their thumbs maximized and big, and bring someone's level, their overall frequency down to their level because they're upset.
You know what? I don't give a damn.
So would you say most Americans should have a therapist or see somebody that deals with their anger and their emotions? Because all of that just sounds like emotions just bottled up and then they just spew out on other people. Would you agree or disagree?
Most of them need to stand in their living room and run into their front door head first. And then when they wake up, after knocking themselves unconscious, then they need to wake up and look at that front door and ask that front door, Why didn't it open up before? Why didn't you open up before I ran into you head first and knocked myself out?
Hmm. So running into a door head first, knowing that door is closed, would you say that's insanity? Would you say
Pure,
that's a mental break? Would you?
pure insanity at its finest.
So how do you help someone that is insane if they don't want to be helped, and that's what they're going to be? Because again, they could just be set in their ways.
Help won't help if you don't want to help yourself.
Help won't help if you don't want to help yourself.
You can lead a horse, a dog, or a cat to water or food, but you cannot make them drink and eat it. Some people are still still stuck in that kibbles and bit mentality.
Oh, that is
All they want is kibbles and bits.
yeah.
So all they want is kibbles and bits. Those are the ones who want kibbles and bits and want to keep bullshit going. They are the true definition of bullshit starters. And I always want to try to throw little cheap shots at people, but I got the I got the text messages that was sent to me from
Lighter without wait. You got messages of
yeah,
this
yeah, yo,
anger?
yo, yo. Oh, yeah, oh, yeah, 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 oh, yeah, yeah. And
Right.
there's another episode that's going to supersede this one.
Okay,
That's
because
going
you know
that's
we the
going to
best
bring
around podcast. We got to hit it all. We ain't just talking about political, but that's what we talk about when we talk about dealing with the American people as a whole. We do have some people, like you said, that are literally repeating the same cycle over and over and
over and
over
over,
again,
over and over.
expecting a different result. If you're negative,
Exactly.
if you're low frequency, you want to continue to bring people down to your level rather than change yourself and try to match their level. But maybe, just maybe, you're pissed off at yourself because you can never be as happy as that person is or get yourself to that frequency like that person, especially if that person is loved and cared for
Right.
and you're not.
Exactly.
I
My
mean,
point exactly. My point
you got to
exactly.
make you got to make it make sense.
So
I know one thing. There's no way in my mind I would settle for less and call it being blessed. I know that's one damn thing I would never do.
I'm not settling for less to be
And
blessed,
then saying I'm blessed.
and
That
then
makes
saying
no
I'm
sense
blessed.
to me.
No, no, no,
That
no,
makes no
no, no.
sense to me. I
So
know myself. If a boss know how to play his position and move his pieces to fit his overall big picture, having more is blessed. It even says it in their Bible, in the little Christian's book that the master gave them to follow a guideline.
to follow the
There's no
leader.
proof. There's no proof that Jesus or God told you to do this. Who's the
Exactly.
first person that said God came to them and said, follow this book? No. It says in that book that the master, obey your master. Wait. The melanated person is supposed to obey a slave master that is not only beating and killing and raping their people, but treating them less than unacceptable. I can't follow a book like that. But that's on another topic. But again, it's about people
That's
not being
another
happy
topic.
or people being jealous or people being in envy of another race, culture, or ethnicity.
Right. But
They
see,
can't match up. You're the weaker
there's
link.
there's another episode that's gonna supersede this one. That's gonna put all of this in context. I'm gonna read the text messages because, like I said at the start of it, I give two fucks about your feelings.
Yeah.
And whoever don't like it, bitch, you don't have to come over here because this is my shit. I'm gonna say what I want to say when I want to say it. If you don't like it, you don't have to come the fuck over here. Kiss my ass right after I have an upset stomach before I wipe. That's how I
Just
get around. That's how I get down over here. That's how I get down. So I'm gonna read these text messages, and I give two fucks about your feelings.
wait. Am I supposed to set the mood for this? You finna
Cause
read the text messages now?
oh, you're damn right. I'm finna read them. I'm
Oh
finna read
shit.
them.
All
I'm
right.
finna read them.
Exclusive. Exclusive.
I'm finna read them exactly how they sit in my phone from said
Okay, go ahead.
individual. That
Let it go.
I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna mention no names, but I could be low down and say the person's name, but I won't.
Okay.
I just put it this way. See this
But
shirt?
but as a
I
man, you expressing yourself.
I
But
rep.
most
I
men,
rep.
okay, I need to ask you this before you read your text. Most women would say if a man get in his emotion and read those texts, he's weaker than the person that did him wrong. A man would say if a man answers back to negativity, you're weak-minded. Would you agree with any one of those statements? Or
If you
or humans
if
should
you
have emotions?
if you don't put them out on Front Street, especially for some of the one of the texts that was sent to me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you don't put them out on Front Street, they're going to continue to do that.
If you let it go unchecked,
If you let it go
it could get
unchecked,
worse.
it could get worse.
Do your thing. I'm with you when you're right. Let's see what you got.
The first text that was sent to me from said individual, it said, "Tough guy, pull up to that address my sister dropped," which is they talking about a room that we was in. She was like, I guess her sister dropped the address, which is I didn't see the address, but that's something better different dating topic. Then right after that one, better yet, drop yours. I live in a small town. Fuck around to find out. Try that shit in a small town if you want to. Not where I stay at. No, no. Don't get on like that. And then it says the third one that came in behind the first two. We see you got a cracker for a wife. You talk tough. Let's see. And then
Wait. I see two things wrong with that before you continue. The first thing the person did was bring their family member into the situation. Second, all they said the word cracker, like as
yeah,
in your Caucasian wife.
yes.
That's disrespectful. Okay, continue. I'm in. I'm
And
trying.
then
I'm trying to get the overall picture.
right after that, you drive trucks. You don't drop that Addy. We will find you. And then right,
What your occupation got to do with the shit?
I don't know, but I don't know.
So
I
that
just
sounds like a blank statement of a very simple-minded person that's saying not only looking at your counterpart as a said cracker,
derogatory,
not your wife,
a racial
not the
statement.
love of your life, not your rock. You go outside
Not
and
my,
bring a
not my,
lady
not
into
my,
something that has
not my,
nothing to do with her,
not my daughter's mom. Yeah,
not your daughter's mom.
right,
That's disrespect. That's untolerated. That
right,
gets things taken to another level.
right.
Um,
And then right
but
after that,
the truck driver part threw me off.
yeah, look, I drive an 80,000 pound vehicle. Get in front of it if you
On the
want to.
daily. That part. On the
Get
daily.
in front of it if you want to.
Yeah.
If you just an 80,000 pound vehicle, I look. Hope you got a black outfit.
Hope you hope you know what you're doing.
Hope you know what you're doing. Because in every CDL manual I got, it say run through an object, don't swerve to miss it. And then right after that, had the nerve to put 3 question marks behind that with a little goofy looking emoji. And then turn around later on after all of that, turned right around and said, "No worries. We found your family." Yeah, okay.
Uh-oh. We lose signal over there. He still see
Yeah,
me?
right after the question marks, it
Yeah.
comes out, no worries. We found your family with another emoji at the bottom laughing about it.
So wait. That makes no sense. That sounds like a child. That sounds like a prank. Are you serious, bro?
I got the text messages. I got the text messages still on my phone to
You
prove
sure your
everything
phone
I
ain't
just
been hacked?
said.
That sounds like a prank. That don't sound like a person that know what they're saying. You know
Nope,
those are threats, right?
very much so.
That
I
don't
got them on
sound
my.
correct.
I got them on my phone.
That sounds like your phone been hacked, bro. Are you serious
No,
right now?
no, it ain't.
Somebody
No, it
said
ain't.
we
No, it
found.
ain't.
Somebody said to you, we found your family.
Yeah, it ain't hacked. It ain't hacked. The
So
said
somebody
individual,
with that. Wait.
the
So what?
said,
Let me get
the,
both sides of the
the
story. What was the conversation that got this person to address you and say, we found your family, drop the addy, what my sister, all of it ain't making sense to me, bro.
I'm trying to figure out what was so bad
That you had to
that you had to stoop
sense.
to levels of bitch assness to try to get a point across. But like I
I
said,
good.
I see we got a couple people that came in. So like I said at the beginning of the show, I give two fucks about your feelings. This my shit. I say what the fuck I want to say, when I want to say it, how I want to say it. If you don't like what the fuck I say over here on the Best Round podcast, step the fuck on. You ain't got to come over here and listen to it. I give two fucks about your feelings. But since this said individual want to try to send me some text messages like this, you don't want to do that. 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 You know what? I kept it to myself long enough, but
But
I
you
got my
go ahead.
I got my own platform to say what the fuck I want to say, how I want to say it, and I give two fucks about your feelings. If you don't like what the fuck I say on my shit, don't come the fuck over here. Don't come the fuck over here. Step the fuck on. You ain't gotta like what I say. You ain't gotta follow what the fuck I say. You ain't even gotta come the fuck over here and comment on it. Fuck you and your feelings. Like I said, you can kiss my ass right after I have an upset stomach before I wipe this motherfucker off. I'm
Right,
that one.
right
I'm
after
that.
those
I'm that.
premium tenders,
I'm.
right?
I'm that. I'm that one. Because for your,
Okay, so so
for
how
your.
do we go about
Hold on.
since we addressed
Hold
the
on.
issue,
Hold on.
how do we
Hold on.
fix it?
Hold on. But for your low down wannabe melanated black ass to call somebody that I love, that I care about, to call them a cracker, bitch, I'm gonna show you what a cracker look like. As long as you, as long as you, as long as you breathe in fresh air, you are shit to me. You are lower than the piece of dirt that I walk on every goddamn day. Every time I walk on a piece of dirt, every
Wait,
time, every time,
wait,
every time I step outside and I walk on a piece of dirt, I'm gonna say one thing. Yep, I'm walking on that bitch's throat. Every
wait,
motherfucking time
wait,
you wake,
wait.
every time, nuh-uh, don't cut me off. Every time you wake up in the morning, the first motherfucking face you're gonna see is mine, looking at you, calling you a low down, dirty, trifling ass bitch to say some derogatory ass shit about a motherfucker you know shit about. But you gonna know about it in a minute. You gonna know about it. You
I
gonna
would
know
have
about
to
it.
agree, no chill at all. But look, check it. How do we fix it? Now that you said what was on your heart, you got it out. How do we make the situation better? Because again, you got to realize
There,
we're going to not only run into this time, but we're dealing with the American people and their emotions and their
that
overall mindset, which is
it would have
teeter
been.
totter, jacked up, happy go lucky, maybe jacked up, mad. How do we
Mm-mm,
balance that?
it would have been different if it would have came from outside of what we got going on in this organization. It would have been different, but it came from inside this organization. So I'm gonna put it out there on Front Street, and I don't give a fuck who don't like it. Because I could have dropped the bitch's name, but I give her that much respect not to drop her motherfucking name. But if she say one more fucking thing about it, I'm gonna come back on this motherfucker and I'm a name drop. I'm gonna be like,
I gotta flip the hand on that one, bro. God.
I'm gonna take my glasses off on this one. If she come out one more time,
I would agree 100%.
If she come out one more time and say something else slick and low down, I'm gonna name drop. Every motherfucking episode from here on out, I'm gonna name drop.
But again, what would that fix, my boy? What does you getting upset besides taking yourself down to their frequency does? Yes, it is an issue. Yes, major things could happen if it wasn't inside of an organization. But if your mindset is on constantly negative vibes, then you're feeding into it. And that doesn't help you at all. That actually stresses you out. But you see your boy. I get there's two sides to the coin, right? And I get I would never let nobody disrespect my people either, because if they didn't know, your boy, Mr. Melanated himself, does have a Caucasian wife also with a mixed daughter. So if you haven't did your research on Mr. G3, you may want to look at that. And if you hate that I chose a person that loves me for who I am, I don't know what to say about you. But what I would never do is put myself in a situation to be upset at another person because of who they're with. One thing I want the American people to understand is everything in this podcast is therapy. Not only are you getting pieces of us when we meet you and we greet you and we get you up here on the podcast, we're getting pieces of you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Looking back into that mirror and saying, what can I correct? What can I help? What can I not help? It all is a piece of the pie, and it's a lot of small slices. So you got to take that into consideration when we're dealing with people that probably don't went through life for so long without being checked. And now they meet people and maybe they feel some type of way, but throwing threats is unacceptable. Bringing somebody's family in it, again, unacceptable. But feeding into it, Chad, is still unacceptable. We're big ass melanated men. It's a lose-lose, bro. I've learned that. You can see the scars on my face from the cops. I learned that just being who I am and being the happy-go-lucky guy that I still don't win. Rather, I'm happy or mad at it. I've been done wrong, yes.
I don't care if it's wrong. But
make it make sense. Make it make sense.
That's my point exactly. Make it make sense. Why would you stoop?
This said person don't know who I am.
Why would you stoop to a level of stupidity like that?
I hope you love having me rent free in your head. Oh shit! I like it.
But
that's a good statement.
My whole thing for
look in the mirror first, Frank.
My whole thing for letting it be known. I want everybody inside this organization that we have somebody inside the organization to think less of me because of who I'm with.
Right.
What the fuck does the person that I'm with have anything to do with what I'm doing inside?
But that's very small-minded people, bro.
Exactly.
I'm just being real with you. That is very small-minded people. If they're judging on who you are based on who you're with, and it's pretty much based on their ethnicity, that's a small-minded person.
People can say what they want to say. After seeing this, they can think of me however the fuck they want to think of me after seeing this. But like I said once before, it didn't happen to you.
Therapy, Chad, it's needed. You needed to get it off your chest.
Exactly.
So it was in your head, and that most black men get frowned upon or talked about because they hold shit in. Then when they explode, we didn't see that coming. But you gotta have a place to release that, and this is the spot, the best around body.
So if you don't like the fact that I brought it up,
yeah,
don't like the fact that I read the text messages that I got on my phone from said individual.
Mhm. I don't know what to tell you.
Fuck you and your feelings. I don't know what to tell you.
Public service announcement.
And
Fuck you. I love it, bro.
Y'all can think about y'all can say what y'all want to say about me. I don't know damn how
Yeah.
you say hell. You look me straight in the, you can look me straight in my face and say I'm an asshole for bringing it up. I'm like, you know what? I I do you know what? Duly note your
Duly
feelings.
noted.
So and so so and so told me that I was an asshole for bringing up said incident. Duly noted. Yep. Duly noted.
Okay,
Next.
okay, but saying all of that, Chad, what's the overall objective? If the overall objective is this result,
The over
but
the
you but you
over
got but you got this going on in the organization,
the
how do those
overall
two coexist? Or do
the
you meet the
over
end goal with that?
so if said individual thinks less of me because I'm married to a Caucasian female with a mixed daughter, what is she saying about other Caucasian adults that's
Yep,
inside the organization behind their backs?
makes sense.
So so make it make sense. Are you are you an undercover racist inside of the melanated community? Or do you have a problem because there are more melanated black men with more Caucasian females than they are with melanated black females? Because contrary to popular demand, all of us have melanin in our DNA. Some it's just
Agree.
lighter than the other. Because call somebody white, that's white. That's white. That's black.
Right.
I don't think those two match at all. So
No.
come on, America. Make it make
But you
sense.
but you know that's the government's overall system. Separate classism, racism, colorism, and all the isms that keep you separated, lost, confused, divided, and fighting with each other about the most obtuse shit I've ever seen in my life, especially when it comes to someone's actual ethnicity. There, there shouldn't be no one in their mind that think just because this African American male is with this Caucasian woman that he's less than or he can't be strong enough to deal with a black woman, so he chose the opposite race, or as they say, sleeping with the enemy. If that woman hasn't did anything to any person in her life, she's not the enemy. If that man chose that woman, that's their choice as adults. If they're moving together and they're loving each other, raising their family, and doing what's needed to be a part of this world, this community together as a unit, then that's real love. Let those people live the way they want to live. It's not up to us on the outside looking in to come in and judge these people, because again, you never know what someone has went through in their life. So again, that's why the Best Around podcast is there, because we need to not only address these issues, we need to sit down and actually get the American people's overall mindset on why do they think this way? Why? What makes you in your mind, even if you're upset with a man? First of all, text that man and say something threatening when you know that's street rules. Something else major could happen after that. And once that piece is put into place, it ain't no shutting it off. That's a fact. Bringing someone's family in it just because they're a different race and then talking negative, that just shows your character. But then being a part of an organization and having two different, as you would say, mindsets, That seems like that is unsafe if you're talking about building together, because that person could get in a position of power and then flip out and then mess everything up. So we're here to address things like that, and that's why I'm asking Chad. Chad, what is the how do you fix something that is minor? I feel this is as a minor thing, and we're going to deal with more American people with issues just as such that
I
the
say
mental game hurt. How do we
the
fix it?
end goal, in this whole ordeal
Yeah,
would be for said individual
agree.
to reach out to me and have a meaningful conversation.
Adult.
If I cannot have a meaningful adult conversation about you disrespecting my wife and calling her a cracker, then if I can't have a meaningful adult conversation with you about your comments and your derogatory statement towards my wife, I give two shits about you. I can see you broke down on the side of the road, standing next to a mud puddle, and I would purposely swerve into that mud puddle and cover your ass with mud from head to toe and drive the fuck off.
So your mindset is like a Malcolm X, eye for an eye.
I'm like Wesley Snipes in New Jack City. X that bitch out. I get me another one. She will
I
be.
love
She
it.
will be. She will be. She will be X'd out as fast as she can. As fast as I can see her coming. I could pass her. I could pass her on. I could pass her on the street and would
Yeah.
not say hi to her.
Okay, but look, as a strong black man, what does that fix?
I got it off my
But
chest.
you got it off your chest. But as a stronger black man, what is needed from you right now? You know, waiting on somebody to give you something that you know you deserve is not going to happen.
Exactly.
How do you move from here?
You just have to move forward. Move
Because
forward.
I look
Move
at
forward.
yeah,
Move forward and
no,
do. Move forward and move forward and do what I'm doing. Looking out for. Looking out for. Looking out for me and mine. Because I'm not. I'm
and
not. I'm not getting ready to depend. I'm not going to depend on another motherfucker from this day forward to like me, give a fuck about me, come support me, come follow me, come comment on the motherfucking thing that I'm doing. If you don't come over here, I could give two fucking shits about you. Because you self-centered, and only out for yourself.
yeah.
When I
But
took
if you
the
actually
stance to come into this organization, I came in all the fuck in. But you got motherfuckers over there that ain't all in on shit. They gonna follow who the fuck they want to follow and do what they want to do. Like I say, if this punch you in the fucking throat, take it with a grain of motherfucking salt and go to the ER and get you some oxygen. Because when you see me coming, I'm gonna be like a thief in the night. I'm gonna fuck you up every time I see you. I'm gonna be the first thing on your mind when you wake up in the morning. I want to know what that motherfucker gonna do to me today. And you just have to sit back and wait and see. But hey, I got it off. Hey, I got it off my. I've been holding this. I've been holding this shit for a few days, and I'm like, you know what? Enough is enough. Can't go on TikTok and say what I want to say because then they be trying to get my page shut down and all the other bullshit. So
yeah.
can't go on X and say what I want to say because I respect Elon Musk's platform too much to go over there and say what I want to say. And then he had me shut down for goofy stuff. But
No,
the shit,
no,
nah,
no,
nah.
no. You're not gonna
Look,
do it.
mm-mm,
Yeah, I
nah,
get
I
it.
ain't gonna
I
do
get
it.
it. But wouldn't be the best around podcast. Again,
I ain't
we
gonna do it.
addressing.
I ain't gonna do it.
Chad came and he said, "Frank, I need to get some off my head. I feel like
But now,
I'm just being
if
out over." So hey, it is what it is. We got to make it make
but
sense
see,
though. So that's what we're addressing. It has to make
yeah,
sense on
I
how
won't,
we move
I
forward.
won't, I won't name drop just yet.
She said,
But
"Fuck
if
that,
it,
drop the
but
name."
if it don't,
Yo,
if
what
it
the
don't,
shit?
if it does not, oh, you know what? This is my
She
motherfucking
said,
app. I
"No,
can't say what
no,
I
don't
can't,
get into
I
it,
can't,
brother.
I can't, I can't say what the I can't say what the fuck I want to say.
I know you can, but what
Because
the next, bro?
this is the best around podcast. Miss Camille, I'm gonna say it as nicely as I possibly can. I would seriously entertain the thought of having a meaningful adult conversation with you on why you felt that it was necessary to call my lovely Caucasian wife a cracker in a text message and to bring my family into something that didn't have shit to do with my family. For whatever feelings you were up in when you said it, just have a meaningful conversation with me and explain yourself. But if you can't explain yourself on why you said it or what prompted you to hide behind the keyboard and say it, whatever you said behind the keyboard, you should just said it that day in the room when all hell broke loose. Because if you said it on the keyboard, you could have said it in the room. But oh, I forgot. You got an image to uphold over there in the room. You don't want people to truly know how you actually feel about other members of that organization. But now everybody know how you truly feel about me because I'm married to a Caucasian female that you felt that you had the authority to call a cracker and bring my family into some shit that wasn't even wasn't even meant for them to be brought into. But like I said, Miss Camille, if you don't feel the urge to want to reach out and have a meaningful adult conversation, you can kiss my ass 4 ways from sundown. Right after I had an upset stomach before I wipe. Because from this day forward, you are shit to me. You are less than the dirt that I walk on until you explain yourself on why you felt the need to bring my family into some bullshit and call my wife out of her motherfucking name that you know shit about. So until you can do that, Miss Camille, I have two shits to say to you. I can see, like I said, I can see you broke down on the side of the road, standing next to a mud puddle, and I will purposely swerve into that mud puddle to cover your ass from head to toe. Hopefully, it'll knock off that fake ass wig you be wearing, and then I'm gonna keep on driving.
I
Now,
do agree with
I got,
that 100%, Miss Kendra.
now,
Oh no,
I got the shit
you
off my chest. So whoever,
so
whoever and whatever in that organization don't like what I just said on my own shit, you can kiss my ass too.
I
This
do
my
agree with
shit. I say what
you,
the
Miss.
fuck I want to say on my shit. This the best around
Shake
podcast.
it. I gotta see the person. Okay, yeah, he gotta understand who he is. I know you got a bit of a temper, homie. So do I. But it fixes nothing. It escalates the situation. We're both married to Caucasian women. I've been dealing with it all my life. But one thing I would never do is take my frequency that's already up here. You got so many goals, so much great things going feel less than. So it's like I know it could be a mind fuck to have disrespect thrown at your family. I do understand that. But when you feed into it, it not only pisses you off as a man because you can't win because it's a female. You can't win because you're a melanated, standing over 6 foot, 200 some pound male. It know who you are. That's why I said I agree, Miss Kendra. Know who you are. Don't never, because we're dealing with, this is one situation. We have a long ride ahead. A long ride ahead. We got to be able to deal with the American people and their issues while still holding on to who we are. Big Chad and G3.
That's a given, but when you bring my family into it and you disrespect my family and they had nothing to do with it, we got problems. We got problems.
I would agree with that too, Miss Thornton. Hater ass motherfuckers upset because no one want that ass. That's true too. That's what we were saying earlier. Most people are set in their ways. They're unhappy because they don't have anybody, and then they try to pick the smallest thing to see if it gets someone upset. That's the American mindset. So you got to realize who you're dealing with and then how to move from there. So I do understand Chad's emotions when it comes to this, because again, if it was stated to my family, I'd be like, all right, cool. I know who you are. I got you. But then again, like you said, it's keyboard cowards. It's a different aspect of the game.
And not only that, saying what you said from this day forward, I have to treat you like the Democrat and the Republican domestic terrorists that they are. I'm gonna have to treat you like a domestic terrorist every time I see you coming, because you ain't no, you ain't no you're not no more than what they are. That's what domestic terrorists do. That's domestic terrorism at its finest. So I'm going to have to treat you. I'm going to have to treat you as such.
I'm with you when you're right.
And anybody that want to support what Miss Camille did, if you want to support that, I'm gonna have to treat you the same as such. I'm gonna have to treat you like a domestic terrorist from this day forward. So
only on the Best Around podcast, man.
Only on the Best Around podcast, you get to express your opinion.
This you got to be able to get it off your chest. You can't have that.
Say what you mean. Say what you mean and mean what you say. That's why I created this platform. It's called the Best Around Podcast. You can come on here and say what you want to say. You don't have to edit shit, because this is my shit. Like I said at the beginning of the show, this is my shit. I'm not editing a motherfucking thing out. If what I said on this whole episode hit you square in the throat or punched you in the heart, and you get up in your feelings about it, well, hey, fuck you too. Because I must have said something right. I must have said something right that punched you square in your throat or hit you in the heart.
Yeah. Miss Thornton says there's someone for everyone, and the fact that we gotta always throw race in the mix is a self-esteem issue for real. I would agree with that statement 100%.
I would agree with that 100%.
Kevin's still waiting on this.
You know what? Tell my little buddy Gavin I ain't forgot about him. I know he back in school, but I'm gonna make time to have my little buddy on the show. I'm gonna have time to have him on the show. Tell him I ain't forgot about him. But yeah, I will have him. I will have him on the show. But I think that young man has a lot that he could say to more in his age group. But hey, I had to America, I hate it. I hated that I had to put it out there. I was gonna keep it inside, but you know what? Nah. I work too many long hours, and I'm away from home too much to deal with something like this and not have it out there for everybody to know what's going on. But now it's out there, Miss Camille, and I hope everybody over there in the organization find out about it and hear about it, because I know it's probably somebody probably gonna go back and tell it. Oh, he used
I
he
mean,
take he
I mean, it
yeah,
ain't
look, they're gonna go back. No,
it,
he using his emotions over economics. Fuck what you got to say. This my shit. Them rules don't apply over here. Economics over emotions don't apply over here on the Best Around podcast. This my shit. My name on this
that's
motherfucker. I'm gonna say what I want to say. I'm like Cat Williams and Monique. I'm gonna say it, and I'm gonna say it how I want to say it. If you don't like it, hey, look, like Bernie Mac said, there's gonna be some furniture moving around up in this motherfucker. I don't give a damn what you say. Yeah, this my shit. Best Round
I
podcast is my shit.
I do love it
I'm
when
gonna say I'm gonna say
you
what
find
I want to
something.
say.
I do love it when people actually come together and there's no strife in between. And I do love reconciliation. So the man did get it off his chest. It was needed. Only on the Best Around podcast. On top of that, he's opened the door. There's an olive branch out there. You know how to correct it if you are an actual human being with a heart. Maybe you was acting a little emotional. You said some things that was very hurtful and you want to fix it. Step up, fix the situation, move forward. That's the first part of the G3 effect, growth. No matter what the situation is, we have to grow through it. We have to make sure we create that change, give each other exactly what we need. At this point, you can tell with Big Chad, he needs you to fix the issue that you created. You need to give him that peace so his mind can be at ease. And then you both gain an understanding of each other moving forward. That's how we finish creating change for the betterment of humanity, not classism, not colorism, not racism, not bias, overall objective of certain people. This is how the American people win. This is how things actually get solved, even if there's debate, there's emotions, there's disagreements. But there's always things we can do to make sure we come to a suitable agreement moving forward so that we do what's needed for the ones that are counting on us to make the right moves. I'm
Because
your
at
boy,
the end,
G3.
because at the end of the day, there's only one
Yep.
race, the human race.
Human.
There's different ethnic backgrounds, but there's only one race. We're all
That's it.
human. And for you to call someone out of their name that you don't even know, that's not being a human. In my book, that's not being a human. That's being low down, dirty, trifling, scandalous ass bitch with all capital letters. All capital letters.
But it's still,
So
as
so the
it's
the
I mean,
the, the door is open to you, Miss Camille. You can you can send me a message just like you sent it to me, or you can figure out how to contact me and we can have a meaningful conversation over the phone. But if you're not woman enough, or if you don't have the ovarian fortitude to admit when you was wrong, I truly, truly have nothing else to say to you at all. Nothing. For you to say something like that, I cannot support you on any of your platforms. Any of your platforms. I cannot support you on any of your platforms. I will not support you. Only way I can possibly support you on anything you're trying to do, we have to have that meaningful adult conversation. If we cannot have that, Miss Camille, I, I have nothing else to say to you. Nothing at all. Point blank, period. I have nothing else to say to you. Until you can reach out and have that meaningful conversation and explain yourself on why you felt the need to call my wife a cracker and bring my family into whatever emotional break breakdown or whatever you was having, I cannot I can't support you in anything you're doing. But what I can tell you is whatever you touch, whatever you try to put your name on, it's gonna crumble and fall like the piece of shit that you are for what you said about my wife and for you bringing my family into some shit that family shouldn't even been brought into. But for you to call my wife a derogatory term over a social media messenger platform, one, if I was low down and dirty, I could have sent all of these text messages to the authorities, but I don't like bringing them people into my business if I don't need to. So I'm giving you the opportunity to make it right. I'm giving you the opportunity to make it right and to fix it because that woman right there has been through more shit than you would ever fucking imagine. And she's still walking around today to tell her story. But since you want to call her out of her name, I'm going to have that woman right there on my show. I'm going to have her on my show. Because, hey, the Best Round Podcast is my shit. I can have who on my show that I want to have on my show. But I'm giving you the opportunity to have a meaningful conversation with me to make it right. Kendra, I will keep you in a loop on this one. I keep you in a loop on this one and let you know how it all play out. Better yet, this is my shit. I put it out there. I'm gonna let the whole organization know how it's gonna play out. That's how I'm gonna do that one. It happened inside the organization, so I'm gonna let the whole organization know how it play out. I'm gonna let the whole organization know how it play out. So America, I mean, I really, I really, I really didn't want to come on here and say it, but I had to. I had to. So already dealing with stuff. family stuff on my wife's side of the family. I won't go into details on it, but I felt the need in the midst of dealing with what we're dealing with on her side of the family to come on here and do an episode tonight to bring this out and get it off my and get it off my chest. I felt the need that the time was right. The time was right to do it. So Miss Camille, Miss Camille, Miss Camille, as they say, as they say in sports, as they say in anything, Miss Camille, the clock is ticking. It's up to you. It's up to you what you want to do with what time's left on that clock. Because when that clock run out, I have nothing else to say to you after that clock runs out. How much time? How much time is on that clock? Mm, I hold the key to how much time is on that clock because this is my shit. You affected me and mine. I didn't affect you and yours. You affected me and mine. So I hold the key to when that clock run out. It can run out. It can run out 5 minutes after I end this. After I end this live episode tonight, or it can end this time tomorrow. It can end next week. It can end this time next year. Only you can decide how long that clock continues to tick. So, Miss Camille, ball's in your court. Ball's in your court now. It's up to you. It's up to you to reach out. I'm not reaching out to you. It's up to you to the same way you reached out to me. You can reach out to me again and figure out when we can have a meaningful conversation and see if we can come to a peaceful resolution on why you felt the need and the ovarian fortitude to call my wife a cracker and bring my family into something that family shouldn't have never been brought into in the first place. So I hope it get back to everybody in the group. I wanted to get back to everybody in the group what you called my wife. So balls in your court, Miss Camille. Balls in your court. What you choose to do with that ball with the clock ticking down, that's on you. But with the most respect that I can possibly give you with the situation that's going on at hand, I implore you to make the right decision possible for a peaceful resolution to this matter. Now, on that note, America, make that shit make sense. This your boy Big Chad with my co-host, Mr. G3, on the Best Around podcast. If you want to support the channel, the Cash App's down at the bottom. If you want to reach out and contact the show, there's the email address for the show right there in the bottom, scrolling across the bottom of the screen. So, from me to you, America, for everyone that tuned in to watch the show, I could say some stuff on that, but I'm not. That's a different show. But this show tonight was dedicated solely and totally to Miss Camille. I should have titled this show Make it make sense. Care of Miss Camille, but I didn't. I said make it make sense. But in the course of doing the show, I got that little voice in the back. I got the little voice in the back of my head to sound like Cat Williams and a Monique. And in their words, they would totally say, "Motherfucker, we would do it, so you got to do it. Drop that shit like it's hot." So, Miss Camille, there you have it. Everybody out in TikTok universe know what you said about my wife and know what you said about my family and the statements you made towards my family over a social media message app. I could have took the stuff to the authorities, but I didn't. The Shay, I'm not dealing with you. I'm not. You know what? But since you said what you said, you don't you only one can make it right. Because what I don't do, I'm not a I'm not a snitch. I don't bring them people into my business. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to formally apologize what you said about my wife and the fact that you felt the need to go below the belt and bring family into something that family shouldn't have never been brought into. Because I didn't say one thing negative at all about you or yours, but you felt the need to say something about me and mine. Why? Is it something I'm doing that just don't sit right with you? Let me know. Or is this something I'm doing that whoever you have been with previously that they're not doing? I can't fix that. I can't fix that. And I cannot help who I'm attracted to, who I'm married to, or who I have dedicated everything that I know on building a loving, caring, long lasting relationship and marriage with the woman that I love. So if that means me being attracted to a Caucasian female, hey, she make me happy, I make her happy. That's all that matters. So if you don't like the fact that I'm not with a melanated black female, I don't know what to tell you. That's not what I was attracted to at the time. So because if you would say that about me and mine, you would also say it about that one over there, my co-host, Mr. G3, because he's also married to a Caucasian female with a mixed child. So if you will say it about me and mine, you'll say the same exact thing to him about him and his. What makes my situation any different from his? And he's married to a Caucasian female with a child, just like I'm married to a Caucasian female with a child. So if you want to reach out and publicly apologize, I'll make a special episode, a public apology from Miss Camille about the fuck shit that she said about me and mine. I will gladly do that episode. If not, we can have a one-on-one meaningful conversation over the telephone. Because that's the only those are the only two conversations I will have about this situation. One, you would reach out to me over the phone and do it over the phone, or two, you'll come out here, you'll come over here, you'll come on my platform and you publicly apologize on my platform about the fuck shit you said about me and mine. I will not do it over a text message. No. Mm-mm. No. Nope. I want people to see you face to face if you decide to come on here and do it on here and publicly apologize for what you said. Because if not, no. Those only two ways I'm gonna entertain a conversation with you about what you said, about the fuck shit you said. It either have to be on the platform, or it had to be a meaningful phone. Or it had to be a meaningful conversation over the phone. Those are only two thoughts that I'm gonna entertain. So I'm gonna let you know now. This episode has been going for a little over an hour now, and your clock,
This is therapy. I'm glad you're getting it out.
your clock is slowly ticking away. When that clock ticks down to all zeros, Miss Camille, when that clock ticks down to all zeros, I can hear you talking over there in that room, but I won't even entertain the thought of responding to you at all. I can see you go live on one of your pages. I will not even entertain the thought of tapping on your page. Matter of fact, what I will do, if you don't choose to come out and publicly apologize or have a meaningful conversation with me, anything that I'm following right now, or any platform that I am following you on, I will remove myself from your platform and I will block you on any page that you are doing anything with. Your personal pages, I will personally block you. Point blank, period. Point blank, period. I will personally block you. If I'm friends with you on Facebook, I will block you. If I'm friends with you on Instagram, I will block you. If I'm friends with you on TikTok, I will block you. If I'm friends with you on X, I will block you. Point blank, period. And I will give two fucks about your feelings if you don't have that meaningful conversation with me about the fuck shit that you said. Because somebody that has the audacity to say something like that is the true definition of racism at its finest. And you call yourself a melanated black woman? No, no. Until you have that meaningful conversation with me, you are a low down, dirty, scandalous, trifling ass bitch in my eyes. So I have nothing else to say to you. So as they say, as the sound on the clock goes, balls in your court, Miss Camille. And the clock's tick tocking away. It's tick tocking away. every second, every minute, every hour of the day. It's tick-tocking. It's tick-tocking away. It's tick-tocking away. So only you can reach out before that clock tick-tocks away. And once it tick-tocks away, I will block you out. I will block you on every major platform that I'm on, that I'm following you on. I will block you. And I don't care. I don't care who don't like it. Because I give two shits about anybody else's feelings. It didn't happen to you, it happened to me and mine. So if you have a feeling about it, or if you have a point of opinion about what happened, fuck you and your opinions. It didn't happen to you, it happened to me and mine. So if you even remotely think about reaching out to me and say what I did on my motherfucking platform was wrong, I will block you too and you can kiss my ass. So whoever try to fucking contact me to say I was wrong for what I did on my motherfucking platform, I will block you and you can kiss my ass 4 ways from sundown. Now that came from me on my own shit, the Best Around Podcast. I'm your co-host, Big Chad, with my co-host, Mr. G3 Finisher. And from me to you, America, as we always say, peace, love, and hair grease. And Miss Camille, TikTok, the clock's in your court. G3, you got any final thoughts on the night? Down, America, make that make sense.
You heard the man. Make it make sense. We're all adults. Let's stop throwing threats. Resolve the issues. Come together and do what we need to do as a unity, community, family. Family fight, family disagree, family call names, and sometimes shit hurts. But then again, it's up to that same family to get things right. So he gave you that olive branch. Fix it. Let's move forward. From your boy, Mr. G3 and Big Chad on the Best Around Podcast.
So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for watching the show. You can like, comment, subscribe. The Cash App is at the bottom of the screen. Is the $ Big Chad 274 on Cash App. And if you want to contact the show, you can contact the show at the Best Around Podcast at gmail.com. So until then, America, y'all have a nice night and be blessed.
See you on the next one.
See you on the next one.